Tell me, if you will, what it is that makes Talya Skin Water special. Tell me what this does.
Talya Skin Water is vibrationally prepared to blend with and to nourish the skin. And by doing that, it not only allows the skin to be hydrated at a significantly higher level, but it also allows the skin to perform at a higher level than it would normally perform.
How do you vibrationally prepare the skin water? What goes on there? How does that happen?
Well, what happens is you take water and you purify it through a 7-step process so that the water is absolutely pure as can be. And then you run it through a technology, which is a technology that we've developed over a number of years. And that technology allows us to imprint into the water the very specific frequencies that are attuned to and significant to the skin.
Okay. How did you come up with this idea, John? How did you discover this process?
About 25, 27 years ago, I had gathered together a whole bunch of extraneous pieces of information because I continuously inquired of things that I saw and ran into that I thought were not only significant, but pretty neat. And so I looked at those. And here they were, disjointed pieces of information. And then one night, about 2 o'clock or 2:30 in the morning, I sat up in my bed at home, and it's like all of those disjointed parts came together in a picture. And I thought, oh my. And so the next day, I had the opportunity to actually try out that whole culmination of information to see if it worked. And that was on a Tuesday morning. And Tuesday morning I went in and there was a plant in the office which had 3 or 4 leaves on it. Pretty plant, but that's all I had on it. And so the bookkeeper wanted to throw the plant out. And I said to him, no, I don't want you to throw the plant out. After lunch, I want to bring water in. And I want you to put half a pint of water on that plant for the next couple of days. And by the end of the week, there were over 40 buds, new buds forming on that plant. And that plant went right back to the very way that it was before. So I knew that this total pulling together of all these extraneous parts of information did in fact work. And then off we went from there.
How did you get from water that restores vitality to plants to skin water? What was the leap that took place there?
Well, the leap was that I met this woman who has an enormous amount of knowledge about actual nutritional items that affect all parts of the body. And so, knowing that she was much more insightful about this, I just kind of sat like a student at her feet and listened to her talk. And so she started giving all this information to me, and I just took the information and the component parts of that information, and then I investigated the vibrational frequencies that were pertinent to being applied to the skin. And then through the technology, I was able actually to do that, and then give her some of it and say, try this, see if it works, see if it's worth anything. And then she started talking to some other people that she knew, and she said to them, hey, you try this and see what you think about it. And until it's all said and done, it not only works, but it works very, very well.
When you say it works, try to be specific. Tell me what kind of results people get using skin water.
Well, the first thing that we observed very quickly was that if you mist your face in the morning and the evening with it, that not only does it kind of give your skin a glow after a period of time, but it also significantly impacts and reduces wrinkles in the skin. And part of that is due primarily to the fact that the skin is hydrated. So when the skin's hydrated appropriately and properly, the wrinkles disappear. So that's one thing that we've seen. Another thing that we've seen people with the brown spots, or what they call liver spots, on the tops of their hands and other parts of their body, and they will spray this on those areas, and if they don't disappear, they significantly diminish. That's another thing. Another thing that we've seen is people with psoriasis who spray those sections with this liquid, with our skin liquid, and the psoriasis disappears in a relatively short period of time. But the thing that we weren't counting on was the fact that we have at least 12 people who use this and use this only when they went to the beach. Their skin got red, they never burned, or they never blistered. And the next day they were brown, and is all they used was the skin water. For those people who didn't use the skin water before they went into the sun, if they used the skin water after they were exposed to the sun, and the pain was unbelievable from the sunburn, within 30 to 50 seconds, that pain absolutely disappeared and they never blistered. So these are the kinds of things that we've observed that happen when we use this skin water. It's very interesting. We continue to learn. People teach us some of the applications that we would never use.